and that, and then she'll like call me up again and she'll share a little bit more or something. So that is really big for my sister to go from not opening up at all. She doesn't cry, she doesn't anything, to breaking down pretty much and really being open and
Wow.
vulnerable. It's quite incredible. I also have
Praise
so
God.
Dale's brother. He has like two kids with two different women. That's only relevant because he sort of is in contact with both of them still, obviously because of the kids. So he's been going through a very challenging season with both relationships. The difficulties he's faced caused like a great deal of strain and stuff like that. So instead of sort of reconciling so they tried a fair bit. I think he wasn't sure who to be with at one stage. I think he tried to make it work with, vice versa for a little bit. I'm not sure what was going on, but then he began pursuing a new relationship a couple of months ago. And throughout this time, we've been praying that he would turn his heart towards God, and instead of desiring a relationship with, anyone else, he would desire it for God. And he would want to build that relationship with God. And so last week, he actually met this woman face to face that he'd been talking to her for a little bit. And instead of enjoying his time, first time actually seeing her or anything, because he said there's nothing wrong with her, like she's pretty perfect, on paper and that sort of thing. But he just had this overwhelming urge that he wanted to be alone, like just to be alone. And so we were like, oh well, that's where it sort of started. We're like, we've been praying for you. Dale said, it's really an answered prayer. And he's like, what do you mean? And then so we explained to him about us praying for him. And so Dale said to him, God's really calling you to really reflect and seek his presence. And so it's really stirred up in his heart. So then he, obviously had to talk to this woman and say, I apologize, but this can't happen. And then so he's really been, I think, pressing into, himself and God. And so that's quite an answered prayer.